Hello y'all, Gio here. Brand new video just came out on SFF Gladiator Studios, only this time it's not actually another Skibidi Gladiator episode. If you've all watched my last video, you will have known I've talked about Skibidi Crisis, how it was an old series that was made by Peanut the Animator, but unfortunately got discontinued and then moved on to Skibidi Gladiator. Well, actually, that's not true because a few months ago, it was actually shown that a remastered version of Security Crisis had been released, and now just today we got the second episode. It honestly gave just a little bit of detail, but understanding of what is to come in the future of these episodes. So possibly in episode 3, we could be looking at a fight between Titan Cameraman and G-Man. There's just a little bit to discuss, but before I get in, make sure you like and subscribe to me and of course SFF Gladiator Studio if you want to see more of our videos. Also, to give credit, DYC is also going to be part of the video since he is also part of the lore between Skibidi Crisis and even his own series called Skibidi Wars. No, not the Verlance one. But anyways, let's get into the video. Now, episode 1 of Skibidi Crisis Reborn is called A Crisis is Upon Us, most likely signaling that soon a big disaster is to happen onto this timeline. Most likely maybe last time where there was a bunch of G-Mans everywhere, we could expect similarities in this new version. Now, beginning the episode though, the POV is actually a bit free-ranged. The POV in this episode is just is just running around and doesn't actually attach to one cameraman. Yes, it might be one of those floating camera heads that normally appear around sometimes, like in the main series. But honestly, I don't think this is any cameraman. It's just rather a float around. Continuing on in the episode though, our POV begins with a quick walk-in and showing one cameraman having his hand on his head. It seems like he's shocked, and we get to understand why, because lo and behold, G-Man's right there, most likely ready to attack. Before he can do anything, something weird happens. A green portal opens up right behind G-Man. What is this strange portal, though? It honestly just came out of nowhere, and it doesn't seem like anyone here in the episode is visible enough or shown. There's no machinery or anything. It just randomly pops out. Hopefully we'll get to understand what this portal is and why it's there, but continuing on, G-Man tries to run away, but it's too late. The portal has some kind of gravitational pull because it instantly pulls G-Man through it and instantly grabs him in. Just as the cameraman and what seems to be the POV think it's safe, the cameraman looks around a little bit, trying to get outside, but before he can, not even 5 seconds later, the portal backs up. Just like before, but this time it spews out G-Man. This is obviously the same G-Man. A quick look at G-Man. He doesn't seem hurt in any way or form, but he seems to have a shocked expression. Whatever he saw on the other side of that portal must have freaked him out a bit. Besides that, nothing is too different about him. He then gets up, shakes his head a bit, processing what just happened before looking back at the POV and instantly charging towards us, ending off the episode. Now though, a lot of you, just like myself, are probably wondering, where did G-Man go? What was behind the portal? How did he come back? Well, thankfully, there's actually a pretty clear answer on what happened to him, and it's actually in a different channel. Skibidi Crisis Reborn isn't just a solo project made just by Peanut the Animator himself. There's actually another YouTuber called DYC who is actually crossed over with Skibidi Crisis and is currently part of the lore of it. Now, thankfully, he made a pretty small scene in one of his full episodes, episode 4 to be exact, in his own series called Skibidi War, where he where he explains or shows what exactly happened to G-Man. Starting off though, this the secret scene starts off with another cameraman who's in the city holding a laser gun and has the upgrades like a screen protector, headphones, and a jetpack, quietly looking around for toilets. Out of nowhere though, G-Man comes out the portal just like in Skibidi Crisis 1, looking pretty confused on what's going on and where he's at. But not too soon though, he gets knocked off by something. I've tried to look back and see what exactly it was, but I couldn't get a clear image of it. Since the noises did sound like Titan Speakerman though, best I can say it was indeed him that knocked through G-Man. I'm surprised he didn't stop and try and see what was going on with him, or even try and kill him. But here you go, I'll let you all watch the scene yourself and let me know if you agree with me or not. After being knocked out to whoever it was, most likely Titan Speakerman, a lot of smoke comes near. After it clears out though, we see that G-Man is alright and still in phase. But then the portal opens back up and then he disappeared. Before the episode ends though, there's a small little second where you can see the word crossover, signaling that DYC and Peanut the Anime are both colliding Skibidi Crisis and making their own timeline. It seems pretty interesting, and I'm curious to see what will come in store, what genius ideas they both have, and how they can make the series interesting. Now, I did look through the other of DYC's videos, seeing if there's anything else related to Skibidi Crisis, but I didn't find anything of the sorts. For now, at least. So before I move on to episode 2 of Skibidi Crisis, make sure you subscribe to DYC once more, so you don't miss out on any of the other videos or little secrets for Skibidi Crisis. Now, episode 2 of Skibidi Crisis also has a title called Ambitious for Victory. This can most likely be giving a thought of the alliance needing a victory or help to win. Or maybe both sides are trying to lead toward their victory, but honestly, this is just what I'm thinking. Starting off though, episode 2 begins with, of course, the credits to Skibidi Toilet, the Fook Boom himself. He also it says to subscribe for episode 3, and SFF Gladiator presents Skibidi Crisis 2. I honestly love these intros, and I hope the anime does more of these because the transitions for these are really cool. Anyways, let's continue within the episode. Episode 2 starts off with a POV watching a cameraman beat up a toilet. It seems that the cameraman's obviously winning the fight. The POV does look to the side though to see a toilet trying to sneak up on him. Luckily though, bro was prepared and instantly starts stabbing the POV before putting the knife right on his eye and then killing him for good. Once the POV looks back though, he sees that the cameraman that was fighting the toilet flushed him, which explains the screams. The camera does give up a thumbs up, but once everything seems to be at peace, disaster strikes out. Instantly though, the cameraman looks back only to see a terrified G-Man coming forward. It seems that since the last episode, G-Man's gotten a couple upgrades. He has his jetpack aiming towards that. He's getting his 2.0 upgrades only differently. He also has his small little shield on the front of his toilet. But what's strange though is that instead of his two laser eyes, he only has his left eye shooting out lasers. And we see examples of this as he instantly uses it to kill the cameraman, causing a big explosion and smoke, instantly annihilating him. Besides that though, he doesn't seem to have much other upgrades except for one more thing. G-Man, with the most goofiest expression ever, goes back a bit while opening up a his last feature, a small tablet. He he instantly starts talking to, hopefully, I think one of his troops or other toilets on the tablet. It has a red screen though, so it might be in somewhere like the laboratory maybe. What's interesting though is that G-Man starts giving an expression once the toilet starts talking. This might be the scientist talking about something secret, upgrades, or something else that might damage the alliance. G-Man even starts talking as well, explaining his happiness or other words. It's unclear what exactly he's talking about or the person on the tablet because there's no captions. So we're gonna have to make up things though. Still though, it seems like whatever's coming, it might not be good for the alliance. So we need to hopefully prepare ourselves. Luckily, the alliance is 2 steps ahead. Once G-Man starts talking to whoever's on the tablet, it instantly starts going away to where G-Man starts flying towards somewhere else, most likely to kill more of the alliance troops. To where this is where the screen starts glitching out a bit. And then once it starts reconnecting though, at first I thought this was a QR code of some sort, but I was wrong. The POV goes back a bit and it seems like a TV screen. We're also seem to be in some sort of base, and it's pretty clear which one because it seems to be the camera base. As the POV moves to the side, we can see the one and only 1.0 Titan cameraman getting prepared. He has two cameras right down here, giving him core energy to prepare. He also has 2 tentacles, seeming to stabilize his shoulders to put the other 2 cameras that are on the side of him. And he has his usual jetpack too. I'm also really curious to see what special upgrades he will get because sometimes in these series and in other of Peanut the Animator's series like Skibidi Gladiator, he got custom upgrade. So maybe we'll see something like that. Maybe a special rocket or blaster or maybe even lasers as well. We'll have to see in episode 3 or even more. As we continue, the Titan cameraman seems a bit sad or nervous maybe for the fight. Titan cameraman though then looks up at the POV, most likely still sad, and looks back down again. The episode does end off there though, as we see one more final glimpse of Titan cameraman looking at the TV screen. We can see 2 cameras on the ground, also symbolizing how also I was talking about how those were going to go on his shoulder soon. I don't think they'll do anything special, but they're there just for design. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to me, SMF Gladiator Studio, and DYC. I am very close to 20 subscribers, so please, 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 if you could, subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.